In the wild, only one law rules: hunt or be hunted, and among the fastest predators of all is the cheetah. Sleek, silent, and deadly, it can chase down almost any prey in seconds. But what happens when a cheetah runs and doesn't attack? What if its prey, a small, fragile gazelle, refuses to run too? This is the story of one of the rarest bonds ever caught on camera. A moment where nature broke its own rules and stunned wildlife experts around the world. Stay with us, because the footage you're about to see will challenge everything you thought you knew about predators and prey. The African savannah stretches endlessly under the burning sun, a landscape both breathtaking and brutal. Life here is raw, instinctive, and unforgiving. Among the dry grasses, acacia trees, and hidden waterholes, two animals live on opposite sides of the food chain. The cheetah, lightning fast, elegant, a master of the ambush. She hunts to survive. Every sprint is a gamble. If she fails too often, she starves. And the gazelle, alert, delicate, born to flee, with ears that twitch at the smallest sound and legs built for escape, her life is one of constant awareness. They live parallel lives, until their worlds collide. Our story begins with a young female cheetah just reaching adulthood. She had recently left her mother's side, now hunting alone for the first time. She was fast, but inexperienced. One early morning, cameras from a hidden research team picked up her movement near a shallow riverbed. She was crouched, eyes locked, on a lone newborn gazelle, just a few days old. The gazelle was separated from its herd, weak, barely standing. It was the perfect target, an easy kill. The cheetah moved in closer, lowering her body, ready to strike. But then, something happened that no one, not even the researchers, could explain. She stopped. In the natural order, this MO should have ended in seconds. A predator, a prey, one swift pounce, and the circle of life continues. But as the young cheetah stood just a few feet away, something shifted. She didn't leap, she didn't growl, she didn't even tense her muscles. Instead, she tilted her head slightly and stared. The gazelle, trembling, stood frozen. Its legs wobbled with exhaustion and fear. It made no attempt to run. Maybe it couldn't, or maybe it had already accepted its fate. And yet, nothing happened. The research team watching from a hidden blind was stunned. One whispered, "She's just watching it." Minutes passed. The cheetah slowly sat down, not in a hunting posture, but calm, relaxed, observing. The gazelle lowered its head cautiously. It took one shaky step, and then another. Still, no attack. Could this be a fluke? Was the cheetah simply not hungry? The next day, researchers returned to check the area, and what they saw left them speechless. In the early light, the cheetah was lying in the grass, and just a few feet away, the same gazelle was grazing peacefully. Not only had she spared it, she was still with it. Over the next 48 hours, their strange behavior continued. The cheetah would occasionally stand guard when jackals approached. The gazelle followed her, even lay beside her at night. Two sworn enemies, predator and prey, now coexisting in what seemed like friendship? As the sun rose on the third day, the research team decided to move in closer, carefully placing remote cameras around the area. They wanted to see if this was just a short-lived curiosity or something far more profound. What the footage captured that day defied everything we know about wild animal behavior. The young cheetah began grooming the gazelle, gently, using her tongue to clean behind the fawn's ears, a behavior typically reserved for a cheetah's own cubs. And the gazelle? It leaned into her touch, not fearful, not frozen, but calm, trusting. The two began moving together, slowly through the grasslands, as if they had become companions in survival. At one point, a vulture circled overhead and landed nearby. The cheetah immediately stood, tail swishing, staring it down. And when a pack of curious hyenas approached, the cheetah actually charged them, sending them scattering, while the gazelle stayed behind, completely unguarded. Wildlife experts reviewing the footage couldn't believe it. One commented, "This isn't just tolerance, this is protection." But why? Why would a predator behave like this? The leading theory: the cheetah may have lost her first litter and instinctively redirected her maternal drive toward the gazelle. Others believe trauma or loneliness played a part. The two bonded not through logic, but shared vulnerability. No one can say for sure, but one thing was clear: this wasn't a one-day event. It was a bond. And it was caught, moment by moment, on camera. For nearly a week, the cheetah and the gazelle stayed near the same area, eating, resting, and moving together. Eventually, nature took its course. The gazelle's herd was spotted nearby, and the young fawn instinctively rejoined them. The cheetah didn't follow. She sat quietly at a distance, watching as her unlikely companion disappeared into the herd, and then, without any noise or drama, she turned and walked away. The footage ends there. No dramatic ending, no tragedy, just something deeply beautiful. A pause in nature's chaos. A moment of connection. Scientists still debate what it meant. Was it an anomaly, an instinctual misfire, or something more, a glimpse into the emotional lives of animals we still don't fully understand? One researcher who witnessed it said, "Sometimes the wild surprises us in ways that feel more human than anything we see in our own species." This story challenges the rules we accepted, that predators always hunt, that prey must always fear, and that survival means separation. But maybe, just maybe, empathy exists in the wild too. Maybe, even in the harshest places on Earth, compassion can grow. As we continue to study and protect these creatures, let's remember, sometimes nature doesn't follow the script. Sometimes it writes a better one, and if a cheetah can protect a gazelle, what else might be possible?